The Kardashev scale dates back to the Soviet astronomer Nikolai Kardashev, 1932 to 2019, of the Russian Academy of Sciences. He published it in 1964, and it's used to classify the progress of an advanced civilization based on the extent of its harvested energy. Kardashev distinguishes 3 different types in his logarithmic scale. Type 1 civilizations are capable of harnessing all of a planet's available energies and utilizing the sunlight that strikes a planet. Thus, they could harness any natural forces such as lightning, volcanoes, hurricanes, tides, and earthquakes to generate energy. They are, therefore, called planetary civilizations. Type 2 civilizations, on the other hand, could harness all the energies of a planetary system and are therefore considered stellar civilizations. They could, for example, build a Dyson sphere, named after physicist Freeman Dyson, who published the idea for such an artificial structure in a 1960 article in Science, around a star to make the best use of a sun's entire energy output. For such a civilization, there would be almost no danger potentials, because asteroid impacts, ice ages, or the radiation of a supernova would be no longer threatening for them, since they could leave their own solar system if necessary. In recent years, it's been speculated that around the star KIC 846-2852, such a structure could be, because there are strong variations of up to 22% in the brightness of the star. Alternative explanations range from a dust ring to the fragments of a planetary collision. For Type 3, a civilization would be nearly immortal, since it would be a galactic civilization that utilizes the entire energy of a galaxy. Such a civilization would have colonized all possible planets and would be able to tap the energy of supermassive black holes located at the center of most galaxies. In the science fiction saga Star Wars, one can see such a civilization, and some researchers speculate that the presence of one or more such civilizations would partially explain the Great Nothing, also known as Boötes Void, a region of our universe that should contain thousands of galaxies but actually contains only a few galaxies, as if the light of possible stars would be swallowed up in this region. Whereas there are several of these voids, and their formation and existence are a mystery of cosmology, which can be only explained by the presence of dark matter. Kardashev did not consider a Type 4 civilization that extends beyond its own galaxy to be possible. Even if our civilization has made great progress in the last 120 years, just consider that between the first powered flight of the Wright brothers in 1903 and the manned moon landing in 1969, there were only 66 years. It's still too primitive on a cosmic scale to fulfill the criteria for level 1, as the famous astronomer Carl Sagan made clear in 1973. We base our energy supply to a large extent on fossils. For example, dead organic fuels such as coal or oil, which are available to a civilization only for a limited time. With some, at least oil, will run out in this century. Uranium is also finite, and so far we only use a fraction of the available sunlight. Furthermore, there are not often the concepts to harness the energy of the aforementioned natural forces apart from tidal power plants. The well-known physicist and best-selling author Michio Kaku estimates that humanity could reach Type 1 criteria in 100 to 200 years, and speculates in his book that there could be Type 4 civilizations that could harness extragalactic energy sources such as dark matter. In fact, most civilizations in the Milky Way may be thousands or millions of years more advanced than we are, since our solar system, which is in a spiral arm, is still relatively young, and the human species is only 300,000 years old. Occasionally, there's even speculation about whether there could be a Type 5 civilization. Such a civilization could use the energy of several universes. What do you think? Write your opinion in the comments.